tomorrow, 95 degrees tomorrow. And by the way, I think our record high tomorrow is 95. Bay waters are going to be smooth. Galveston Bay tomorrow, southerly winds at 10 knots, 2-foot seas. Beach water temperature now up to a very warm 85 degrees. 5-day forecast says, yeah, just going to be pretty hot all the way into our holiday weekend for July the 4th. Hot as a firecracker, about 96 degrees, and just a very slight chance of those afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms, just isolated ones cropping up throughout the period. That's a look at the forecast.
All righty. Thank you, Tony. A huge honor goes out tonight to dozens of Houston area kids. And when we say huge, we really mean huge. Not only did these area kids receive scholarships from the Dream Foundation, they also got to hang out and eat lunch with the Dream, the Rocket's Hakeem Olajuwon. He says it was as much fun for him being asked all kinds of questions about his life.
Well, I asked him what time he woke up in the mornings, and he wakes up at 5:15, and he loves the mornings, and he loves nature, and I told him I'm a morning person, too. I like to get up and enjoy the day.
It's a wonderful opportunity, for me and also for the kids. When you see how happy, the kids are, and also that's kind of motivation that they need to stretch education and how important it is for the community. So I'm very happy that I can do such a thing, and I hope in the future to make it much bigger.
Not only is he pushing for education, Hakeem is also getting ready to take off for Europe, where he will be going on a promotional tour for the NBA. And a reminder now about tonight's lineup on Sports Night
Bigger
Live.
selection of beautiful home furniture and electronics. If you're looking for better quality, name brands you know and trust like Keller, Sumter, Sony, Sealy, Posturepedic, and if you're looking for lower prices, come to Gallery Furniture's giant grand opening sale of our new showroom featuring a giant selection, lower prices, and better quality. The grand opening sale at Gallery Furniture means everything in the store is on sale, everything in the store is available for immediate pickup or immediate delivery. Grand opening super sale at Gallery, better quality, lower prices, saves you money.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Sports Night Live. It is a wonderful night here at post time, and I'm telling you, we got people here that we didn't even know were going to be. For example, look who showed up tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The Butt Girls are here, and that, I mean, how strong is that? Now, you normally go to the bar and you see the Butt Girls. No, they're here tonight for Mike Bowes. How well do y'all know Mike Bowes, huh, girls? What do you think, Haley? Where's Haley? Let's show the girls here. Haley, that's Mike's wife. Did you know that? That's Mike Bowes' wife, huh? That's all right, Haley, not to worry. Mike isn't even here. Hey, we got a great show for you tonight. In case you haven't heard, Mike Tyson bit Evander Holyfield. Twice it happened. Can you believe it? We're going to talk about that tonight with a bunch of guys. Heavyweight fighter, 21-1, Ricky Jackson is in the house. Also coming tonight, Reggie Johnson. He is a former world champion himself. And Evander Holyfield's doctor is here. The man who worked on him and got him in fantastic shape, Dr. Winston Greene, is here. So we got a lot to do tonight. Also tonight we got our Texas Terror Play of the Week along with Mark Klein. That's not Mark Klein. That's Bam. No, that's not Bam. He's wearing the Bam hat. Bam, what locations can I get those in again, Bam? See, Bam gave me a whole script, a whole commercial before we started tonight. And I lost it. I don't know what happened to it. But anyway, Mark Klein from Klein Jewelers is also here tonight, and we're doing something else. Oh, we got the X Game guys. A couple of guys that worked at the X Games are here. So everybody say, hey, rad dude, like that. You got to talk like that, okay? Yeah, man, that's so cool. That is so radical. You have to say that, man. Yeah. 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 Like that. You got to talk like that. And also, we are giving away a set of Wood Brothers irons, drivers, the putter, the whole deal. That's going to be the day after the British Open. But if you hurry on up here, you will be eligible tonight for the driver that we're giving away. We're giving away a driver, a Wood Brothers driver, tonight at post time, 290 and Fairbanks, North Houston. So you need to come on up here and hang out and get yourself one of those. Hey, did you see all the I mean, there's been so many jokes. You know, Evander tastes like chicken. There have been so many. He's not the real deal. He's the real meal. There have been so many jokes flying and whatnot. There have also been some great headlines in newspapers throughout the world. Here are some of them. We compiled the best 10 headlines in newspapers. Low blow for boxing. Heavyweight chomp. That was the Philadelphia Inquirer. No, excuse me, I'm sorry. Tyson scars face of boxing. Number 8, heavyweight chomp. Number 7, Tyson bites the dust, Holyfield. Number 6, bite of the century. Number 5, sucker munch. Number 4, the champ of the chomp. Number 3, Tyson's behavior hard to swallow. Number 2, paper chew. And number 1, Dracula. All right, way to go. Those are some of the headlines that we saw after the big fight on Saturday night. Now, Mike Tyson held a news conference today. He was very apologetic. He told Evander that he was sorry. He said, hey, I don't know why. I just snapped after the headbutt. And here's what he said afterwards. He said he's not quitting boxing.
To those of you who say I should never fight again, I can only say that I'm 31 years old, in the prime of my career, and I had made mistakes this far because I had no other way. I grew up in the streets. I fought my way out, and I will not go back. I learned the hard way from the past because I didn't have the luxury of school or people to help me at the time when I needed it the most. And I will learn from this horrible mistake, too. I have reached out since Saturday to ask my God, praise be to Allah, to help me and to renew my faith as a true believer. I had also reached out since Saturday to the medical professions for help to tell me why I did what I did, and I will have that help as well. And now I will continue to train not just my body, but my mind too, so that if possible, I can put this behind me, and so that that it will never happen again. Excuse me. I only ask that you forgive me, and have you forgiven other athletes of this profession in sports, and so that I can be given a chance to redeem myself when my family, my friends, my doctor, and most of all, my God, tell me I'm ready to do so.
All right, Mike Tyson apologizing. A couple of things, Doctor. Dr. Greene is with us right now. Dr. Greene is not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, and that's what Mike Tyson needs right now, isn't it? And he admitted it, which is a good thing.
Well, apparently, I think the problem that part of the contingency that was...
Keep that up there.
Okay. As part of the contingency of Team Holyfield that had the opportunity and the privilege to work on this man for 10 years, the thing that disturbed me the most was all the hard work that we and Tim Hallmark and Don Turner and these people put into presenting the world the best fighter in the world, and to have the fight suspended at such an early time. The fans did not get to see one of the greatest boxing performances, in my opinion, that was fixing to take place.
Well, he's got another chance because we saw the first time when Holyfield beat Tyson the first time, and I think, you know, I don't think it was premeditated. I think Mike knew he was going to lose.
Well,
and when he came out, and Holyfield came out stronger, and he was pushing him around in the first couple of rounds, Mike said, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. I better get out of here.
Ring Magazine summed it up beautifully after the first fight. It said that if Evander beats this man as convincingly the first time as he did the second time, that Evander will go down in boxing history as one of the top 2 or 3, and that ranks him up with Jack Dempsey and Joe Louis and Rocky Marciano. And I feel sorry for Evander for that, because it sure may dilute, in some people's eyes, especially the sportscasters, it may dilute that.
Well, we'll see. He's got a chance. He's got Lennox Lewis. He's got Michael Moore that he can still, he's still going to have a chance at. Let's talk about the Astros. They're playing interleague ball again. They got the Indians tonight. It's Charles Nagy against Darryl Kyle, both teams' best pitchers. The American League starters are there for the All-Star game. Tomorrow the National League comes out. But here's the starters for the American League. At catcher, it's going to be Pudge Rodriguez for the American League. Tino Martinez beat out Frank Thomas at first base. Roberto Alomar, I guess everybody's okay with the spitting incident now. Alex Rodriguez from the Mariners is the shortstop. And then you got Cal Ripken, that's a no-brainer at third. Griffey Jr., you knew that would happen. David Justice is hurt. Brady Anderson has got 7 home runs, and he hit 50 last year. I wonder if that's a little fishy, huh? A little cork job, huh? A little corker? That could be it. Interleague play resumed this afternoon with Kansas City, the Royals, in Wrigley Field. Sammy Sosa. Maybe not. Maybe we don't have any video of that. Oh, well. One football note. Troy Davis. The Saints have signed their 3rd-round pick. Troy Davis, he ran for over 2,000 yards in each of the last 2 seasons at Iowa State. Davis gets a little more than $1 million for 3 years. Houston Comets back at it. They are 3-1. They're taking on Lisa Leslie and that other one, the 6'8" Zheng Haisha. She's a handsome woman. She is one handsome woman. Lisa Leslie went to the same high school, by the way, as Tina Thompson, so that's going to be nice. But that handsome woman is in the Summit. Keep your children in the house. Monica Seles has never won Wimbledon, and she never will this year anyway. She has lost already. She won the first set against Cedrine Testu, 6-love. Then she dropped the next 2 sets. 8-seed Rancho Sanchez Vicario beat Florencia Labat in straight sets. 9-seed Mary Pierce also won. Men's top seed Pete Sampras. He breezed into the 4th round with a straight sets win over a guy named Byron Black. Byron's a pretty good player. 3rd seed Yevgeny Kafelnikov beat Jason Stoltenberg in 4 sets. Former champ in this year's A-seed Boris Becker knocked off Mark Petchy. The Shark is back on top of the golf world after his win this weekend. Greg Norman dropped this 30-foot birdie putt on 18 yesterday to win the St. Jude Classic in Memphis, and he regains his #1 ranking over Open champ Ernie Els. Tiger Woods slipped to 3rd. Australian African. What? Australian African? Alan, nice writing here. And wouldn't it be South African? Wow. Graham Marsh struggled but won his first ever senior U.S. Open title yesterday at Olympia Fields. His final round 74 was 4 over par, but left Marsh as the only senior golfer to shoot even par for the tournament and win his 2nd senior event in 2 weeks. South African John Bland shot a 3 over. Maybe it was Australian Graham Marsh, okay? Whatever. We got that was nice and smooth. That was a nice smooth way to get out of this one. Hey, we're at post time for the last night. Tomorrow night we're going to be at Wiedemann's. It's a block south of Richmond on Bering Street. Hope you can join us there. We're going to be there on Tuesday and Wednesday night, and then we're coming right back up here, and we're going to Sam Houston Race Park to talk about their big 4th of July party. We're going to be there on the 3rd of July. So we got a lot to do tonight. We're at post time. I hope we want to thank them once again for having us here, and we also want to thank Wood Brothers for putting up the set of irons and woods and the putter. And Bill Hults, the president, just walked in, and we're going to talk to him in just a little bit. You are watching Sports Night Live from Post Time. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
This holiday weekend is the biggest Toyota sale ever. For this spectacular week only. Celebrate America with $1,500 customer cash back on Corolla. And Toyota gives you 6.9 for 60-month financing. Toyota's #1 in America sale. Hurry, it all ends Monday, July 7th. Save on Toyota now at the Toyota Power Team dealer nearest you.
This could be your lucky day. Bet on blue, green, or red. It's easy to play. Lots of winners every racing day. Lucky days are coming your way.
Fly over to Sam Houston Race Park 4th of July for our Foley's Fireworks Show. The entire family is invited to our season blast-off, Friday, July 4th at 5:30 p.m.
Lucky days are coming your way.
Getting all about them. Hi, Jackie. How are you? We're back here tonight. Boy, I want to thank Mike Bowes and his family and everybody that works over here, Pat and Jackie and Shelly and everybody. We've had a great time here. We were here last week at post time. You guys have a big crowd for the fight? Did you have a big crowd for the fight on Saturday night? Yeah? It was a nice crowd on Saturday night. That's fantastic. Unfortunately, they didn't see much of a fight, but had a great time. Come on over here, play some volleyball, some 3-on-3 basketball. They got a great kitchen over here where these guys are working hard. You need to come on over to Post Time 290 in Fairbanks, North Houston. And once again, we want to thank Mike Bowes for having us here. Joining us now is Ricky Jackson. Ricky is a heavyweight. He is 21-1. His only loss came to Bobby Ches. But some of the guys that you're beating, Ricky?
They forget me right now. I'm still kind of baffled by this fight I went to Saturday.
On Saturday night?
And it just threw me for a loop. You know, I saw two guys that was ready to fight. But when the fight started, I saw one just totally panic, which was Tyson, you know. And, you know, my opinion about it is that, you know, he was looking for a way out. And if you notice and you look back on the fight, when he bit Evander, and Evander, you know, jumped back to grab his ear, Tyson still threw 2 punches trying to get him out of there. You know, so he was just looking for any means necessary to win that fight.
Well, but after he tells him you can't bite him anymore, if you do, you're gone, he did it again.
Yeah, well, you know, at that point, like you say, I think he was looking for a way out because he realized what happened in the first fight was about to happen again. So, you know, who wants to lose like that?
As a guy, this is your career. How much does this hurt your career and hurt the sport of boxing and integrity and everything else?
Well, due to the nature of boxing, I don't think it'll hurt his career at all because I think if Mike Tyson came to Houston and fought in the Summit, next month the place would sell out. So does it actually hurt his career or does it just make the sport the type of sport it is? You know, realistically, I don't think it'll do any damage to it.
Well,
because the nature of the sport is what I'm saying.
I will never buy another fight by Mike Tyson.
So you won't watch it on pay-per-view?
Yeah, I will not. I'll refuse to buy. And I think if people, I mean, now other fighters I'll buy,
right,
but I won't buy a Mike Tyson fight.
What about a rematch? Did you watch the rematch?
No, I certainly would not. I certainly would not pay for it. Now I'll go over to somebody's house that's got it, but I refuse to pay for it.
Oh, there you go.
I'm serious, though. I'm not going to take money out of my pocket. What did he do? What did he do to everybody that put out their money? There were people that bought $8,000 seats.
Yeah, well,
and in the third round, he's going to bite Evander's ear off.
People have bought into the hype of Mike Tyson that he's invincible. I always said that anybody's invincible. Anybody's invincible, so to say. You know, and again, the guy proved to be just like the next guy. Styles is what you have a problem with in boxing, not about being just unbeatable. And he showed Saturday night that he is very beatable with a good boxer. Holyfield, being as confident as he is, you know, didn't step down to Mike Tyson in the first fight, and definitely not in the second fight. So Tyson, knowing that, he just became petrified of Evander Holyfield.
And here's a guy that really helped. This is Dr. Greene sitting right next to me here. And before the first Tyson fight, I don't think anybody believed that he could do what he did. You helped him quite a bit because he had trouble with his left arm that you fixed for him, didn't you?
Well, we had some help. The problem he had with the Michael Moore fight was that his left arm basically was not working. He had so much scar tissue in the triceps and the muscle of the infraspinatus, part of the rotator cuff muscle, that when he would spar 2 rounds, the arm would just basically turn off. It would get so heavy. And so he was basically knocking people down with an arm that wasn't even working. Once the arm was turned, we got the muscles turned on in the arm, his confidence just blew right out of the room. And so his faith in the Lord has never been challenged. But physically, when he was physically right, the rest of it fell right into place. And you could see it in his eyes. We could see it when he walked into our office. The jaunt was there. He was very confident.
And he also got a lot bigger, didn't he? How much weight did he and muscle did he put on?
When he left our office the week before the fight, he weighed 223 pounds. So between the time that he left our office and the time of the weigh-in, he lost about 5 pounds. But Tim Hallmark, his strength and conditioning coach, said that he put another 2 inches on his biceps. You could see it. He was throwing Mike Tyson around the ring. I mean, he was
How does this guy come from cruiserweight and take on and beat the biggest brawler in all of boxing?
Dedication. A lot of dedication. You know, this guy, you know, I'm in the same camp with Evander Holyfield, and I've seen him work out very vigorously, you know, and he is a very dedicated boxer. He puts in the AMs and the PMs for the sport. You know, he's at the weight gym, he's doing the road work, he's in the gym every day, he's on time all the time. So the guy made the sacrifice to get from cruiserweight to heavyweight, which is a tremendous sacrifice. I did it myself. I've came from the cruiserweight division as well to the heavyweight division, and I had to put on 25 pounds. Now, you can put on 25 pounds and it'll work against you, or you can put on 25 and it'll work for you. And Evander, he's put on a lot of weight, and it's working for him because he put it on the right way, which is a very slow process. So, you know, I think he's a guy that has very dedicated to what he does, and that's what it takes to get to the level that he's achieved to, in my opinion.
You wanted to say something, though?
There's no doubt in my mind, having worked on this man for 10 years and watched him as a light heavyweight, weighing 187 pounds, Tim Hallmark deserves this championship almost as much as Evander does. These are soul brothers, and just to watch these two guys work is incredible. Plus, I'm not a big boxing expert, but I've watched Evander take from each one of his trainers, from the Duvas, Emmanuel Stewart, and now Don Turner. He's just gone a level higher each time. And each time, Tim was there with his strength and physical conditioning to meet that. And that was just, it's a wonderful metamorphosis to see. And of course, I was very fortunate to be a part of it, and you know, just threw my little 2 cents in.
You get a belt or a ring or anything for helping out?
Well, they say they got something going on. I don't know.
Some cash. How about some cash? A little bit of cash. I mean, did you see his house in Sports Illustrated?
Yeah.
Huh? The guy's getting it. $35 million. I think you should get at least, you know, a couple mil out of it, huh, Doc? Huh?
Listen, this man knows how to manage his money.
Yeah?
Okay.
So you're saying he's cheap?
Yes. Yeah.
That's it. He's cheap.
He's
Evander's,
tight, okay?
Evander's a little bit tight with that cash, huh? Hey, we're going to take a break. 713-974-1696. If you want to get in on the conversation, we're talking about Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson. 713-974-1696. We'll take a break. We're at post time. We'll be right back.
If you've been looking for the best finance rate on a Ford Explorer, it's here. 4.8% financing for 48 months. That's right, 4.8 financing on the #1 sport utility. From the exciting two-door Sport to the value-packed XLT to the sporty Eddie Bauer, even the Ultimate Limited. Every 97 Ford Explorer now has 4.8 financing. It's the lowest rate ever on an Explorer, and it comes only from Ford, America's leader in sport utilities.
Oak tree's gonna lose all its leaves.
$2 says the pear tree loses them first.
Join Gulf Greyhound Park Friday, July 4th for live racing action at 1:30 featuring the Pepsi Challenge Match Race. And while you're here, enjoy our Firecracker Special. Catfish, fries, and a drink, only $4. Evening racing continues at 7:30.
You know, this could take a few months.
We got time.
Gulf Greyhound Park. Excitement you can bet on.
Hey, there's the ear. That is the famous ear right there. Evander Holyfield taking it in the ear because of Mike Tyson. He says he snapped. He apologized. That good enough, Ricky?
Well, you know, does it resolve what happened in the fight? I don't think so. You know, to bite a guy once, that probably would have been good enough for the apology. But to bite him twice, I don't think so. I think Holyfield won't. I don't believe he'll give him an opportunity to fight him again and show how disappointed he was in his performance that night.
You're trained by Don Turner now too.
Or Don Turner and Tommy Brooks.
Yeah. So you got yourself at least some experience at winning the heavyweight crown, huh?
Well, being in the atmosphere is what's important. You know, just being in that whole atmosphere, you get something from it as a fighter yourself, because you know one day you hope to be in that same kind of atmosphere with the attention focused on you. So yeah, I'm getting a lot of training and seeing that take place.
Jay is on the line. How you doing, Jay?
All right, how's it going, guys?
What's up?
My question is, since Mike Tyson did issue that apology today, and when they interviewed Evander Holyfield after the fight, he didn't really close out the possibility of fighting Mike Tyson again. Do you feel that with a few months to think about it, that Mike Tyson may actually get us rematch with Evander Holyfield?
No. I think Holyfield would be dumb to let him fight again. Why should he? He's beat him twice, and he did that to him. Why should Holyfield let him back in? He's got Michael Moore out there. He's got Lennox Lewis that he's going to have to fight at least twice, you know, for it to be resolved, right, Ricky?
Well, I think when they throw a price on it, that may change. You know, if they put the right price together and put the figures together, maybe it's impossible to turn down.
Yeah, but how can they put that price on it again when people are going to be so skeptical with Mike Tyson?
I still think they'll show up. My opinion, I think they'll still come to see Evander do what he was about to do Saturday night to Mike Tyson, because everybody left with no closure. So I think still the public will want to see Mike Tyson and Holyfield #3.
Well, I ain't paying for it. Doc, you're paying for it.
Why'd you say you will go to somebody's house and watch it, right?
I ain't paying for it. That's all I know. John is on the line. How you doing, John?
How are you doing, John?
Super. What's up?
Well, I tell you, I have to get my 2 cents worth in about that fight the other night. It was, it's a real joke. They would allow Don King and his little boy Wonder to just wreak havoc on the sporting world. It's a crying shame that class people like Evander Holyfield and George Foreman have to suffer a black eye because of Mike Tyson and the things that he's doing. And I just wish that Tyson would be banned from boxing altogether. It's a crying shame that all he's going to lose out of this deal is maybe a few months and a few $1 million.
Yeah, I don't think that that's going to happen, and I disagree with you on banning boxing. I think we've gone too far with banning people and suspensions and everything else for life and whatnot. He bit the guy's ear. If Evander wants, he can take criminal procedures against Mike Tyson, but that's up to Evander Holyfield. You and I are not hurt by it, maybe for the fact that we spent $50, and maybe Mike Tyson shouldn't be able to, or maybe he shouldn't, just through his own conscience, fight on pay-per-view anymore. He owes the fans at least a free fight, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, I think it should be financially penalized is probably the extent of it that's going to take place. And I read the paper when I was leaving Vegas that one of the sports writers said he should even go back to prison for his actions. And I think that's a bit much, Things happen. Everybody gets fined in the sports arena. So just give the guy a fine, and then hopefully he doesn't do it again.
I think he's really embarrassed by it.
I would like to focus more on what Evander has accomplished, too. I would hope that the sports writers would, for a change, quit honing in so much on Mike Tyson and give Evander his due.
Yeah. Look at Sports Illustrated. The cover of Sports Illustrated had Mike Tyson on it. That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Right. Well, society loves controversy. And again, it's a controversial decision. So, it just generates what's generated right now is a lot of talk and a lot of hoopla about the sports game, about the fight game. And it's on everybody's lips. The Mike Tyson and Holyfield fight is on the lips of everybody. So, it generates something.
I'm not sure it's good. I'm not sure that's what you were looking for, Rick.
I'm not saying it was good, but it's just on everybody's lips, good or bad.
We're going to take a break. Dr. Greene, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. This is the man that's responsible for Evander Holyfield being the champion of the world, okay, right here. Reggie Johnson is here, former middleweight champ. You stay tuned to Sports Night Live. We'll be right back from post time.
Need new tires in a hurry? At Discount Tire Company, we move fast, except when it comes to closing our doors. Slide in for a new set of Michelin at Discount Tire Company.
If ever you're not satisfied with one of our tires, please feel free to bring it back. Thank you. Discount Tire Company.
Stop by this week for a great deal on Michelin tires. Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
There's nothing greater than Schlitterbahn fun. Children of all ages staying cool in the sun.
It's time for summer fun at Schlitterbahn, the hottest, coolest time in Texas. 65 acres of surfing, splashing, sliding, and floating. Come on, let's go play.
Schlitterbahn, let's go play.
Schlitterbahn, open 10 a.m. daily in nearby New Braunfels.
Let's go play.
Welcome back to Post Time. Want to thank Mike Bowes once again for having us here. Great crowds here all last week and tonight. Y'all are great, you know that? And we want to thank Mike for having us. Come on by. This is a great place to stop after work. Have yourself a couple of cocktails, unwind a little bit, maybe play some volleyball outside, maybe some 3-on-3 basketball, eat yourself a pizza, whatever you want. He's got a huge game room to play pool and whatnot. Once again, thank you, Mike Bowes, for having us here. Tomorrow night, we're going to be at Wiedemann's. Once again, Wiedemann's, it's on Bering, a block south of Richmond. So stop on by and say hello. Joining us right now is former WBA world middleweight champion Reggie Johnson. Reggie, you were supposed to be you were supposed to fight this past weekend or what?
Yes, in Germany. I was cut in training. Due to that, the fight was postponed to August 30th.
You know, that's what Mike Tyson said, and then a month later he goes and bites the guy.
I'll be sure to eat before I go get in that ring. Trust me.
So you think Mike was a little hungry?
Well, I thought maybe he was hungry and getting his title back, but you know, man, this guy put the emphasis on it when he tried to eat an ear, man. That's crazy.
Did Mike have a place in history anyway before this fight?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can't take away what the guy done.
Yeah, but who's he beating? You know, Razor Ruddock, who's he beating? He really hasn't beaten anybody.
Well, youngest heavyweight to become the heavyweight champion.
But there was nobody in. I mean, who's he beating? He really hasn't beaten.
Well, I'm with you on that too. You know, he hasn't really got against a true confident heavyweight, in my opinion. Now that there's quite a bit of confident heavyweights out there, it's going to be a lot tougher, if even possible at all, for him to regain any kind of championship.
But not only that, when this guy came on the scene, it's not, you know, who he's beating, it's the fashion that he beat him. This guy was knocking everything out. He was giving the public what they wanted to see.
But people caught, I mean, everybody, the boxing world caught up to him, obviously.
I think Evander Holyfield caught up to him.
Yeah? You're right. Yeah. Sloan is on the line. How you doing, Sloan?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
What's up?
Oh, not too much. Just calling in, checking on a couple of friends I have right there on this TV screen I'm looking at. Mr. Ricky Action Jackson and Mr. Reggie Moore. How y'all doing, Reggie Johnson?
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Sloan?
What's up, fellas?
Is that Milton?
That's Sloan Hood.
Oh, Sloan Hood. How you doing, Sloan?
I'm doing great. Well, you have one of the best. You have two of the best guys right there in the world sitting right there with you. You have one guy who's an unknown commodity as a heavyweight. People don't know about it yet, but he will be making a big move on the scene here real soon. He's with the right people now, and he's on his way up. And then you have another guy sitting right next to you who's a known guy out there, but at the same time has not really been given an opportunity in the fights that he should have been given, but is now about to get the things going and rolling in his direction, and be on the lookout for him.
All right. Hey, well, tell me about it, Ricky. When are you going to get your shot?
Well, you know, it's a matter of just waiting on the right phone call. I've had phone calls for Buster Douglas and Kirk Johnson, who would be a pretty good fight for me. But, you know, I just got with Don Turner and Tommy Brooks, who's pretty well-renowned trainers. So I got to work into the sync of, you know, getting the chemistry going with these two guys first, and then we're going to just take it all on. So hopefully at the end of the year I'll be doing something big.
Buster Douglas, you saw him on ESPN. Oh, those nerdy glasses.
Right.
You could kill him. Forget about it. He's rotten. Forget about it.
Well, he's still a good boxer. You know, you can't ever underestimate anybody. The moment you do, you get caught. That's how my one loss came about. I underestimated the guy that I was fighting, which was Bobby Chaz. And hey, you know, the end results was I lost. So, you know, hey, you got to take everybody as dangerous as they may be. They're a very dangerous adversary.
Reggie, who you got to beat now?
Well, you know, I moved up in weight. I was former middleweight champion, 160 pounds. My last fight, I lost 28 pounds to make that weight. So I've decided to move up to 168 and compete and campaign and try to win a world title at that weight. I think the champions, I got a couple of guys in England. The guy here name is Steve Collins, WBO champion, the guy who I beat for the world middleweight title. So, you know, that's a big fight for me and Steve Collins. And that's not even to mention, you know, I can, you know, even go up to 75 and fight light heavy. I'm excited about getting back with Tim Hallmark. I feel that when I was with him, this is the guy who trains Evander, the strength coach, I was at my best. So I do plan to get back with him. I've signed with some more people, Tommy Vaughn, great people. We also have Alonzo Highsmith and a hot kid, Greene, Calvin Greene. So, you know, things are looking up for me, and I got a lot of my legal stuff out the way. And now it's just a matter of me going back to the gym, just working hard and recapturing the world title that they took from me.
You talk about legal and everything else, and one thing we haven't mentioned, is this the end for Don King?
Never.
Never.
This guy is just, he's great at what he does. You got to give him credit for that. This guy has beat the CIA, the FBI, and who knows who. So, you know, this guy just will be around. He, in my opinion, he does a lot for boxing. You know, he brings a lot to the table, and he gives you great fights. But at the same time, he has a terrible reputation. So I guess you got to give a little to get a little.
And that's not even to mention Don King paid more money than any other promoter out there. Only in boxing. What you have to understand, like the NBA, the NFL, they have like a players association. We as fighters, we out there on our own. If we don't look out for ourselves, nobody will. You know, only in boxing. I mean, man, you know, you thought you seen it all. Look what happened the other night with Tyson.
All right. Hey, we're going to take a break. You are watching Sports Night Live. We're at post time. We're going to be at Wiedemann's tomorrow night. Join us there. Thursday night, tomorrow and Wednesday, we're going to be at Wiedemann's. Thursday night, we're going to be at Sam Houston Race Park. stop on by. They got their big 4th of July fireworks show coming up on Friday. You stay tuned. We'll be right back talking more boxing right after this.
It's all here with Warner Cable. Extra channels of your favorite premium services at no extra cost. With 2 channels of HBO, you'll have 2 different movies, exclusive originals, or specials to choose from. 2 channels of Showtime gives you 2 more ways to see all these Hollywood hits, original pictures, and series. Cinemax, with over 1,000 movies a year. Plus, the Movie Channel, your 100% non-stop movie experience. And with Warner Cable, you'll really get it all. Great channels, dependable service, additional hookups, and all your local news and sports. Call now and it's all yours with this great offer. Call Warner Cable now and your installation's only $9.95. Then subscribe to cable TV and any 2 premium channels you want for just $15.95 per month for 6 months. This offer expires soon, so if you want it all, you have to call. Warner Cable. Call now. It's all here.
Hey, welcome back to Sports Night Live. There's the Bud Girls, everybody. Look. That is so strong. They came over here to see Mike. Haha.
Mike who?
Mike Bowes, the owner, man. His wife didn't know anything about that till right now. Anyway, coming up, Mike just told me about this. They've got a motorcycle run. It's called a poker run, and it's coming up July 27th. This is to help out Mark. And Mark lost his arms and his legs, and they want to get some money raised for him. Why don't you give a call up here? We've got the phone number up here to Post Time. Let's put up the number to Post Time. And why don't you come on up here and sign up and get in on the motorcycle ride. And it's a poker run. You get a card at each one of these places, and the one that comes back with the best poker hand wins. But it's a fantastic thing for a fantastic cause. Come on by and sign up over here. You can also sign up at Texas Longhorn Saloon or Big Dog's Ice House. Joining us right now is my wife, Wendy Granato. She's hanging out in the newsroom, and she's got more stuff on The Real Meal. Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield.
It's his birthday today, you know.
It's Mike's birthday today.
What a way to celebrate, huh?
You know, they wanted to cut the cake and everything. Forget about it.
But they decided to take all sharp objects away from him?
He was full. Well, he's got the jaws. You see his teeth? They're all silver. He looks like Jaws in 007.
Yeah, if he ever fights again, I have a feeling they're going to make him come out with the old Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, really. That's his next fight.
Well, you know, it seems that everybody is talking about Mike Tyson tonight, and not because today is his birthday. Even President Clinton says he was horrified. He says he watched the fight, says he's a boxing fan and thought it was great up until the big bite. One reporter asked if there should be more federal regulation now over boxing.
I saw the fight, and until what happened, it was a good fight, and I was horrified by it, and I think the American people are. And I don't know what the federal role should be. I've not given any thought to that whatever, but as a fan, and I was horrified.
Of course, tomorrow, the Nevada State Athletic Commission meets in an emergency session to determine Tyson's fate. Indy Racing League driver Scott Sharp is getting better tonight. Doctors in Colorado Springs say he is out of intensive care, but he is still in serious condition. Sharp sustained a brain hemorrhage in a crash during Sunday's Samsonite 200 race. A huge honor tonight goes out to dozens of Houston area kids. And when we say huge, we mean huge. Not only did these kids receive scholarships from the Dream Foundation, they also got to hang out, eat with, and ask the Dream all kinds of questions.
Well, I asked him what time he woke up in the mornings, and he wakes up at 5:15, and he loves the mornings, and he loves nature, and I told him I'm a morning person, too. I like to get up and enjoy the day.
It's a wonderful opportunity, you know, for me and also for the kids, you know. When you see how happy, you know, the kids are, and also that's kind of motivation that they need to stretch education and how important it is for the community. So I'm very happy that I can do such a thing, and I hope in the future to make it much bigger.
Hakeem is getting ready to take off for Europe, where he will be going on a promotional tour for the NBA. Can you imagine? Hey, Ma, I had lunch with Hakeem today. Well, if your kid wants to be the next Hakeem Olajuwon or Sheryl Swoopes, you may want to enroll them in the city's free summer basketball camp. It caters to beginners as well as those with a little more experience. The kids learn the game of basketball, and most of all, they have a lot of fun doing it. And there are some pretty impressive coaches.
As a matter of fact, we have a couple pros out there. Otto Moore, who used to play for the New Orleans Jazz before they moved to Utah, is there. We've got a couple players that played in the CBA.
The camp is going on at Fondy Rec Center. It is going on all summer, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. If you'd like to find out more, you can call 713-223-9106. And once again, happy birthdays go out to Mike Tyson. 31 today.
That's right, 31. And he may not be fighting for a while. Got to ask these guys about this. You're talking about legislation and whatnot.
Right.
There is some legislation that just passed that if a state bans a fighter or suspends him, then no state can pick him up. That is going to be coming into effect very shortly, Ricky Jackson and Reggie Johnson. And what do you guys think? He's not going to be able to fight in other states. And also, what about if the judge says, well, now after this, you're off parole, you can't travel outside the country?
Absolutely.
Mike Tyson's not going to be able to fight.
Well, and still, too, you know, another big unanswered question right now is, you know, what Evander Holyfield plans to do. And I don't know, I haven't had a chance to watch your entire show. I've kind of been working a little. But I don't know if you've asked the doctor about that. If, you know, if Holyfield choose to press charges, he very well could, you know, we could see Mike Tyson wind up in a lot
we
more
could if
legal
he decides to, but I don't think Holyfield will. I'm not sure. Hey, thanks, Wen. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Ricky, Reggie, what do you think?
You go first, Reggie.
Reggie, go ahead.
Well, first of all, you got to give it up for Evander Holyfield. This guy's a class act, and I just can't foresee him, you know, pressing charges.
Yeah.
Against Mike Tyson. I think he's bigger than that, and he's not going to even waste his time with that.
What about this rule, Nevada? If Nevada suspends him, no other state can let him fight there either.
Well, that's yet to be decided because I think they haven't passed that law yet. So if they do, I think everything that proceeds ahead of that will apply to that. But if the damage is done now, they can't charge Mike Tyson for something that just became a law. I don't think.
Right.
What's that called? No ex post facto law, right?
Right, or the grandfather clause or whatever it is. But from what I understand, we were talking to a writer this morning on the radio, and he said it's going into effect tomorrow.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's going into effect tomorrow.
But you know, if we go back in time, you remember the deal with Muhammad Ali when he refused to, you know, go into the army. Basically, the same thing happened to him. You know, they refused his license in every other state until, you know, finally Georgia gave him a license.
Right.
And when he fought Jerry Quarry, so maybe, you know, history is repeating itself.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we're about out of time. When are you fighting again?
Well, August 30th is a tentative date for me, and you know, hopefully it'll go off this time.
Where?
In Germany.
Why Germany?
Well, I don't know. I'm doing a one-fight deal with a guy, Cedric Kushner. Frank Tate is fighting a big fight, so I'm going to do a co-main event on his card over there.
Well, good luck to you. When are you going to fight here?
Hopefully soon, man. You know, basically, I just want to win my title back and, you know, bring it all back home.
And Ricky?
Hopefully in the end of July I'll be doing something somewhere. Waiting on the phone to ring, waiting on Don Turner and Tommy Brooks to put together something along with my manager. So we're just waiting, you know, just to see what happens. And if anything comes across the table that's winnable, we'll do it. I think everything is winnable, but, you know, they want to take the slow step.
Yeah. His guns are getting bigger all the time, ain't they?
Yeah, heavyweight. I thought about moving up to heavyweight, but man,
Holyfield training.
Them guys hit hard, man. They hit hard.
Whoa. Good thing Louis back at the studio now, huh, Jerome? Good thing Louis back at the studio now, because Louis come out here trying to get him a piece of Ricky and tear his little head off.
I'd like to acknowledge a couple of people if I can.
Okay.
First of all, I'd like to give it up to Main Street Boxing Gym, House of Pain. You guys are always welcome to come out there and, you know, glove up and spar with a couple of the fighters if you guys like to. Bill Benton, we got a great gym over there, and everybody's getting into it. Everybody's finding out that boxing is better than football, anything. I mean, as far as getting into conditioning. So if you guys are into, you know, keeping in shape, you guys might want to think about that. And I also like to acknowledge one of my assistant trainers, Mr. Philip Guillory. He's over there with his lovely wife.
Yeah.
And my play brother over there, Greg Guillory.
Reg, this ain't the Academy Awards or anything. We're just...
I've got to give shout-outs, man. These
You'll
guys
be
kill me if I
back.
don't.
You'll be back. Don't worry about it. Thanks for coming.
Right.
Thanks, Ricky.
Always
We'll be
a
back
pleasure.
talking Texas Terror football right after this. You're watching Sports Night Live from Post Time.
Unfortunately, you get a lot of little surprises in the mail every month, like the gas bill, electric bill, phone bill. But even worse is that big surprise you get every 6 months. Your car insurance premium. Wouldn't you rather be able to pay it monthly like everything else? Call Rodney D. Young. You'll get a quote over the phone, a competitive rate, and surprise, you'll get to pay by the month.
Think young, Rodney D. Young.
For affordable monthly car insurance, call 644-6483.
Back at Post Time. You need to come on over here. 290 in Fairbanks, North Houston. You need to check it out. Mike Bowes puts on a great show over here. Come by, tell him I said hi. Tell him you saw it here on Sports Night Live. Say hi to Jackie and Pat and Shelly and everybody over here at Post Time. Joining us right now is Marco Fowler. Marco had 6 tackles the other day in the game for the Terror. He had 6 tackles, 2 sacks, a fumble recovery. Am I right?
Sir.
Did you score a touchdown?
I tried to.
What happened? They caught you?
Yeah, the receivers walked me down from behind. You know?
Yeah. Now look at the side. Look at this guy's got some guns on him too over here, Ricky. Hey, Ricky. See this? This is a Terror football. He's got some guns on him. He ain't afraid of you. All right? That's what I'm You know what? They're gonna be out back in the volleyball courts. You know what I'm saying? You don't really want a piece of Ricky though, do you?
I don't know, man. I might step in the ring.
Yeah? Did you ever box?
No, I do karate and kung fu though, so same thing.
Whoa, Ricky, watch it. Little kung fu fighting. He don't need to bite your ears off. He'll kick you in the groin. He don't need to bite your ears off.
Do a Dennis Rodman on
That's
it.
right.
He says the same thing.
Is it? Mark Klein is also here from Klein Jewelers, and every week he is given the Texas Terror Player of the Week this a watch. And what kind of watch is this one this week, Mark?
It's a Geneva watch. It's a very nice timepiece, Swiss-made. These guys deserve it. The Texas Terror, Michael Klein's Fine Jewelry, we stand behind the Terror, and these guys definitely deserve it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful watch. Can you get a shot of it there? This is what you're going to get, Marco. Hey, you enjoying your days with the Terror? I know you guys are slumping right now, but your days with the Terror going pretty well, or what?
We're out there having fun, you know what I'm saying? We've been on the road for the past 2 weeks. It's going to be good to get back into the summit, you know, and get some Terror fans out there to support us again.
Yeah, and Gary Porter's got another game under his belt, right?
Yeah, it does. It was his first start out there besides last week. He went out there, did a great job. Like I said, we're going to be home this weekend, so I know he's ready and geared up to be playing again in the summit.
Yeah. I mean, is it tough with a new quarterback? You got to play offense and defense, don't you?
Yeah, it's very tough. My job is to make sure that he's protected all the time, give him time back there to throw them touchdowns. You know, like in the last week against that 91-point loss that we had, he had 6 touchdowns. This week, you know, he went out there and did another good job. So his confidence is building. With this confidence building, the team's going to go a little bit further.
You're going to go further, go as far as you can. Where'd you play your college ball?
I went to the University of Wisconsin. After that, I spent some time with the Denver Broncos, then played up in the CFL.
Where did you play your college ball, Mark?
Hey, Ohio State. You know, we played against each other.
What?
Yeah, you know, he's a little younger. I was a senior. He was a freshman.
No,
we were
you
talking about that.
And you kicked his butt, too, didn't you?
Well, you know, we tore him up. Every year we did.
Woo! They're talking some trash in Ohio State. The Buckeye beating up on the Badger right here. So how did you get? Is it a goal now to get to the NFL or what?
Yeah, that's always a goal. But right now, I'm here playing with the Terror. I'm willing to go as far as we can go, you know, right now. So, you know, you always have a goal to get back to the NFL. But right now, we're going for the Arena Bowl.
Now he just wants to get in the World League. That's all he wants to do.
Done.
You're done. You can't.
Done.
You
no
can't
more
play
kicking. No more kicking field goals. Just selling diamonds.
That's all you can do. And
and giving away watches.
And giving away. And you sell diamonds what? Cheaper than anybody in the world, don't you?
Anybody in the world.
And
no,
that's
I'm not kidding.
That's a guarantee.
It's guaranteed.
Now where you at again?
6100 Westheimer.
Which is right by the Palm.
Right next to the Palm Restaurant in the Briar Grove Shopping Center.
See, that's a little misleading because the Palm is very expensive and you guys are so cheap.
You know, we're very inexpensive.
Oh, okay.
There you go. That's a big difference because we got the best quality, inexpensive price.
You see this? Look at the lead in I give him right there. A little shot right there.
It's wholesale in a retail store.
That's it. It's a fantastic way to go. And he does. He says he does.
No,
he says it right here, right now. He's going to get you those diamonds cheaper. And you got yourself a nice watch. Good luck, Marco. Where are you from originally?
Chicago.
From Chicago?
Yes, sir.
Went up to play in Wisconsin. Now you're down here in Houston.
And enjoying the weather.
Yeah, I'll bet. But you got to go back up to Chicago for the winter.
No, I might stay down
You
here.
said I believe you will.
Be down here.
All right, we're going to talk some X Games when we return. Thank you. We appreciate it. Marco Fowler and Mark Klein. How was Acapulco? It was
beautiful.
I bet it was. We're going to talk about the X Games. You're watching Sports Night Live from Post Time. We'll be right back.
Once in a while, if you wait long enough, you get to see this or this. But why wait when you can have bunches of crunches? Hot on the heels of Choice Mark's Smash Hit Sports Video Series comes the Amazing Sports Video Collection. All new and only from Choice Mark. 5 tapes, hours of entertainment, just $19.95. They even poke fun at superstars like Deion Sanders and Sir Charles Barkley. Call now. These are some bone-crunching, hair-raising, side-splitting bloopers most never before seen on TV. They'll make you laugh. They'll make you cringe. You'll get amazing hits, KOs, and crunches, funniest basketball bloopers, funniest sports bloopers, the lighter side of sports, and the amazing Superstar Sports Quiz. 5 hard-hitting videos for only $19.95 with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Don't wait. You'll only be hurting yourself.
Call 1-800-204-5858 to get the Amazing Sports Videos collection. 5 videos, just $19.95 plus $4.95 shipping. Makes a great gift. Call now.
Post time. There you see the number. Hey, if you want to get in on that bike ride, that's going to help. It's a poker run. There it is right there. 713-460. You got yourself a motorcycle? Get in on it. Not Jackie. 460-00. I'm sorry, Jackie. And by the way, it's Shalene, not Shelly, and I kept calling her Shelly. And also, his name is Carlos, not Marco. But I got you guys right, Ricky and Reggie. Woo! And now it's Russell and Randy, and they're joining us, and they are here. They just got back. Where were the X Games?
San Diego.
In San Diego, and you guys look a little old to be X-generation dudes. You know what I'm talking about? Did you feel old there?
Actually, most of the organizers are probably more in our vicinity.
Organizers.
Yeah.
Well, somebody's got to be organizers, and you know those 20-year-olds ain't going to be. Now, what are some of the? Let's check out some of the. If you haven't seen the X Games, you don't know what it is. Let's see some of what it is. Here is the best, because these are the best. This is 1 and 2, right? We're going to see the second place. Here's the second place, guys. Now, what is that coming out of the back of their?
He actually has smoke on his board there. He did that for the crowd
make it look
primarily.
cool.
Make it look cool. That actually doesn't get him any points, but it looks cool, and the crowd loves it.
And that's pretty tough to do right there.
It is pretty hard.
Now his photographer is part of his team.
Right.
So if the photographer messes up, then the team messes up.
Right.
So that's got to be pretty tough. You guys have both done that, the photography, right?
Yes.
And have you both done that too?
Not at that speed, no.
No.
Definitely not.
I mean, you got to be like one of those skaters. I mean, you're getting really dizzy up there, and you're.
It's probably several sports, skydiving, of course, snowboarding, skateboarding, all that combined. Little ballet.
Yeah.
It's pretty tough.
A little bit of the difference is between snowboarding and skysurfing is in skysurfing you can actually go backwards. So when you lean backwards, you go the other way.
You go the other way. And not only that, but you don't hit anything for a long time.
That's right.
You don't have to look. You can just work on your routine, and that's what they do, isn't it?
And in snowboarding, standing on your head is a bad thing.
It's bad. Don't do it. Did we show both of those guys? The one that won as well. We showed both of them because the one guy was spinning around like he was nuts.
They go so fast. It's pretty hard to tell that you've actually seen them. The second jumper you saw was Troy Hartman. He's actually #1 in the world, and the movie he did is called The Invisible Man. He actually spins so fast. There are a couple of jumpers that do it, but he spins so fast that he almost disappears. They call that move The Invisible Man.
And he won for that.
Well, he won for a number of things. There are actually 5 rounds, and overall.
Now that's the best out of all of the.
That's the best out of everybody in the world.
But that's the best event in the X Games, isn't it?
I think so. Sure.
I mean, you got the guys that are going up with the skateboards and stuff. That's okay. This is really cool.
This is pretty amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
And great toys to play with, airplanes.
So tell me about being there and the X generation and what we have to look forward to in the future as far as these youngsters and sports and athletics goes. These guys are good athletes.
They're actually pretty amazing. I mean, it's a different kind of a sport. It's not so much strength, although there's quite a bit of that. There are climbers, snowboarders, skateboarders, mountain bike riders, and there's actually an event that's cross-country hiking and climbing and almost survival. There's quite a bit of strength involved, but more than that, it seems to be a sport of precision.
Yeah, all of it is, isn't it? All of it is. So we've got so we're okay in the future. We're going to leave our country in the hands of these people.
I think so.
But didn't you see a bunch of people walking around with their pants, when their underwear showing about this much?
Actually, one of the skateboarders almost lost because he had his pants falling down to the point where it was
around his
catching on
ankles.
the skateboard. Yes.
Can't they fit themselves anymore with pants?
I'm not in charge of the wardrobe for the skateboarders. I don't know.
Well, thanks for joining us, guys.
Glad
I
to
hope
do
you just got back, didn't you?
Just got back a few days ago, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what is it, a yearly thing?
The X Games happen once a year in the summertime, and then there are 4 qualifying events during the year where new sky surfers come in. We're with Skysurf, of course, where new sky surfers come in and get to work their way into the field and pick up seed points to hopefully compete in the games.
Well, fantastic. Thanks for coming. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Russell and Randy joining us. We're going to talk golf right after this. You're watching Sports Night Live from Post Time. We'll be right back.
This holiday weekend is the biggest Toyota sale ever. For this spectacular week only. Celebrate $2,600 in savings and low 6.9 financing on Toyota Tacomas. Save on Tacoma, the truck that always comes through. Toyota's #1 in America sale. Hurry, it all ends Monday, July 7th. Save on Toyota now at the Toyota Power Team dealer nearest you.
Hurry out to Gallery Furniture this weekend during Gallery Furniture Giant end of June and into the quarter super sale. We must move hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of beautiful furniture and big screen TVs before July 1st. We're going to do it this weekend by discounting the price to you store-wide. Also this weekend during Gallery Furniture Giant grand opening sale, you're going to find super savings on the furniture you've always wanted. Come to Gallery Furniture Giant end of June, end of the quarter super sale this weekend. Giant price reduction store-wide plus our grand opening sale. This weekend, Gallery saves you money.
Hey, welcome back to Post Time. We're about to wrap things up here, and we want to thank Mike Bowes once again for having us here. You need to come on out here. Fairbanks North, Houston, and 290. Thank you, Mike, for having us. Bring us on back. I think we're going to be coming back here in the near future. Thank you, Shalene. Shalene it is. And Jackie and Pat and everybody here, Mike's parents and everybody. Right now, what we're going to do, who wants that driver? Anybody? Anybody, one time. This is Bill Hults. He is the president of Wood Brothers, and he's going to be drawing it from up here.
Tell me what that means.
Go get it. Bill Hults is giving away.
Hang on, I got one here. I got one.
Driver.
I got one. I got. Yep.
Please don't make it say Lisa Hults.
Yeah.
It is Scott Leonard. Where's Scott Leonard? Way to go, Scott.
It's a fix.
Now, Scott won this. At first, let's explain this, because this is something that we haven't explained yet. And we found out, you know, with Wilton Guerrero, and we also found out with Brady Anderson, what cork can do for your bat.
It
Albert
can do
Bell,
big things.
And this has got cork in it, actually, doesn't it?
If you take that sole plate off, you'll find that an inch deep and an inch in diameter is a piece of wine cork.
Now, does that help you hit the ball longer?
It does two things. It gives you a perimeter-weighted persimmon product. And persimmon, as we know, hits the ball farther than metal does. Right. And then it gives it a trampoline effect. So you actually do hit the ball farther.
You actually hit the ball farther because of the well. It works in baseball. Why wouldn't it work in a driver?
It does. It really does.
And it's a beautiful club as well. This is what you're going to be able to get at Wood Brothers. And are these still on sale as well?
Actually, we just dropped, as a result of being on your show, we dropped those down to $50 a club.
$50 a club?
$50 a club, and it's not, they're all brand new, never been hit. We're just
want to get rid of them.
We're purging our inventory for the new owners.
Right, exactly. And this goes to you. Hey, way to go, Scott. Congratulations. This is the corker.
Wait a minute, don't forget the head cover.
And hit it well, will you? Congratulations. You're left-handed? You can get him a different one.
We got a left-handed.
Yeah, we can get you a different one.
Just
we'll get you one.
Give us a call up there.
We'll get it to you.
Give that to a buddy of yours.
Give that to, you'll get him another one?
Sure.
Well, see the kind of guy he is?
That's the kind of guy I am.
These are the irons. These are the irons, ladies and gentlemen, that we are having. If you come up, you put your name in every time you come up to the show, and you can win these. $3,000. Is that a little expensive for irons?
Yeah, but those are hand forged.
These are hand forged, and there are only
7 sets left.
Only 100 in existence. Am I right?
We only made 100. They were hand forged by a samurai sword maker.
A samurai who's dead.
He's not alive anymore.
And he's dead. Anyway, we're about out of time. This is Bill Hults. You got the 50% thing going on yet?
Still got the 50% thing going on.
50%. Get on up to Wood Brothers. Call 281-446-0445 or stop on up there. It's in Humble at 200 North Houston. And get on over there and get yourself a set of these clubs. Hey, Mike Bose, thank you for having us. We appreciate it. Carlos, thanks for coming. We appreciate it. Ricky, Reggie, thank you. Dr. Greene, thank you. We want to thank everybody for the past. Bud Girls, there's the Bud Girls, huh? Woo! We got to go. Thank you, Mike Bose. We will be back here soon. Tomorrow night we'll be at Wiedemann's. It's on Bering, a block south of Richmond. Thank you, Bill Hults.
Thanks, John.
We'll see you tomorrow night. So long, everybody.
What makes an ordinary guy an extraordinary sportsman? The right gear, top-notch equipment, and a rock-solid understanding of what you're doing out there. That's why you need Outdoor Life, to guide you along every step of the way. For under $1 an issue, we'll prepare you to become the extraordinary sportsman you know you can be. As we reveal answers to the whats, whys, wheres, and how-tos of angling, so you can become the true fisherman you want to be. If hunting is your game, let Outdoor Life awaken your instincts for tracking whitetails, muleys, and elk. You'll even learn what it takes to nail that elusive tom. With Outdoor Life, you'll know what's new in gear and equipment, what's happening in your area, plus everything from the care of your rifle to choosing the right 4x4. Call now and you'll also get this rugged Outdoor Life gear bag, free with your paid subscription. Don't wait. Call now to take advantage of this great offer from Outdoor Life. Become an extraordinary sportsman. Call for Outdoor Life now.
This is Houston.